to make a long and incredible story short, I had to do a project for my anthropology class, and we had to study subcultures, and the subculture that I chose to study was Haletti culture, and I was supposed to go to a Passover Seder in Montgomery County because we had to pick the event. My mom said no, and no, who would drive you there and this, and the Seder was open to women in Montgomery County at the Chabad Center there. Howard County, not so much. I forgot what community Seder meant in terms of Howard County. And to make a longer story short, and because, I'm Messianic, I am a Batanosim, I'm pretty much very casual, and I'm not normally dressed like this. And this is the way that, of course, I've read and learned a lot too, and so I would mostly learn from that. Since remember, I didn't even have an idea that I'm Jewish until I was 18, and it's one of those things that you can't make up. So I got dressed in, for lack of a better term, I got dressed in a Haletti garb, and I have well, it's not exactly a tikal, it's a headscarf that we wrapped around and made it a tikal, and I have the jacket on, and I have 2 blouses underneath of it, and I kind of got mad at Mom because I said, I don't know about this whole blouse shtick. I think that we need this shirt underneath because women are supposed to... Anyway, so the whole thing about Disney, or I forget how to pronounce it right now, but point aside, so we get there at the Chabad Lubavitch Center in Howard County. Mom sees only boys and men, and these guys are staring at us like, forget my language, what the hell are you doing here? And Mom said that she was pretty much being stared at, like, to make a long story short, like they were gonna kill her. And then I remembered something. Shabbat for the Haredim is not over until there are 3 stars in the sky. So basically 72 minutes from sunset, and there have to be 3 stars in the sky. Not only that, you don't drive on Shabbat, which I did remember, and of course Mom was driving and I can't drive anyway. And the fact that I would have thought that maybe I would have thought that they would have thought that she was a Shabbos Goya, and it wouldn't have really been a big deal. Okay, a woman driving with her hair uncovered on Shabbat, and with someone dressed like an observant daughter of Israel. And then, of course, community in the sense of Seder, meaning only that boys and men are allowed to the community Seder, while as a Reform co-workers, the mom had stated that women aren't even allowed at the Seder. They have to be in the back, in the kitchen, cooking and stuff. And also reminded me of when women aren't even allowed to, in the more stringent Haredi sex, like they're not even allowed to participate in, the more, like if you read on Jew FAQ, for instance, they're not allowed to, of course they're not allowed to read Torah, and they're not allowed to study Talmud and all that, but in even a more stringent sex, they're not even allowed to light the candles and stuff. That's for men, that's for boys, that's for, a few exceptions. That's for men and boys, period, and women aren't supposed to participate in anything spiritual because, they're apparently so spiritual enough, they don't even need to participate in anything spiritual. So women are basically denied any experience in being Jewish, and I forgot about all that, and then it hit me, and what else can I say?